Word of encouragement from referee Precious Mackenzie. Nothing to it. And his girlfriend Nancy looks pleased and relieved. More cheese is loaded, and we move now to 525 kilograms. That's over half a ton. Now it's John Paul Sigmarsson. Doyle Kennedy has passed at this weight. Brave tactical move. Here goes John Paul. Look out for fireworks if he lifts this. 4.5 times his own body weight. I think that means he's quite pleased. McGee now at that same weight, and he's beginning to do his verbal psyching and cage tiger routine.
Gotta have it. Get on.
Okay.
Woo. Yeah. Yeah.
Really concentrating now on the job in hand. Just look at the bend in that bar. Tom McGee gets a thumbs up and the battle goes on. No problem. And Nancy concurs. Well, more cheese now, and the total is now 535 kilograms, 1,180 pounds. A record weight for world's strongest man competition deadlifting. If Kennedy can clear this, he will claim his place in the history books. Well, Doyle Kennedy gave it all he knew, all his technique and strength and experience, that it was not to be. Can this extraordinary young man from Iceland succeed where Kennedy failed? Remember, 535 kilograms. Well, so very close, but he fails. He's really captured the affection of the crowd here. Only kidding, folks. Love and kisses from John Paul. So this is it, the final showdown in this marathon event. Can Tom McGee of Canada succeed in lifting a weight which has defied the likes of the legendary Bill Kazmaier, the heaviest total ever attempted under these rules in world competition? 1,180 pounds. And he's done it. We've witnessed history being made here. Success for Tom McGee in one of the hardest and most unforgiving events anyone here can remember. Tom, at certain stages of that competition, it looked as if you had reached your limit, and yet you always seem to find that little extra something. How do you do that?
Well, I was experimenting with my feet in different positions, different grip, and also different drive with my shoulders and hips until I found the one that was working best for me.
Now, I thought for a while there today you were looking rather low-key, but you began to work on that psyching up bit, didn't you?
Exactly. And as I said to you earlier, when I have to do it, then I'll start to do the vocal psych. And I felt like I needed it here because it was pretty rough.
It sure does get tougher, doesn't it?
Well, things get tougher every year, don't they?
For Tom McGee, victory, a record, and 8 points. For John Paul Sigmarsson and his never-say-die spirit, 7. And for the still-bemused Doyle Kennedy, 6. After 3 events, 2 men share the top spot, Sigmarsson and McGee. Simon Wulfse, just behind, and Britain's Jeff Capes probably well content with his 15 points. The view from the top of Christchurch Cathedral looking down onto the track for a brutally tough event to bring day one to a close, the tractor pull. All the competitors are worried, not so much about the weight of these tractors, but the inertia from the huge rear wheels. Tom McGee and John Gamble are the competitors providing the manpower. And all the doubts are being confirmed. Hardly a movement to be seen. The tractors have proved intractable. So it's a break for the competitors and back to the drawing board for the organisers. Hey presto, the tractors have gone, and in their place this giant American truck. Paradoxically, it's heavier than the tractor at 10 tons, but with much less inertia to overcome. And the first man to go against the clock, Jeff Capes, looks quietly confident. Now this is another of the sort of events that Jeff Capes has made very much his own. He's fast, powerful, determined, and he's got precisely the right technique, keeping the centre of gravity low in this almost all-fours canter. This is a killer of an event, not at all the way the competitors would choose to finish a hard day. 10 tons of truck pulled along 35 metres of track in just over 40 seconds, 42.6.
What was my time?
42.60.
30 metres.
35 metres.
That's slow.
Is it? 35 metres?
37 I wanted.
Well, Jeff may have wanted 37, but 42.6 is a real target. Seaman Wolfser here will certainly go for it. Wolfser is a very impressive, fiercely competitive contender. And he has his sights trained on Jeff Capes every moment. But it's obvious this long, hard day has taken its toll. He's not going to beat that 42.6. He's putting in a final spurt, but he's not going to make it. 53.8 seconds. Now it's the turn of Chris Okonkwo, a Highland Games specialist from Nigeria.
Competitor ready?
Big Chris is a policeman back home. I bet he finds it easier to get the traffic moving back home in Lagos than overcoming the inertia of this 10-ton truck. Not exactly what you would call a stylist in this event, a bit too upright and jerky, but this is a creditable performance from Chris. It's going to be slower than Wolfser. It's going to be over a minute, 66.7 seconds. Well done, Chris, but he looks as if he's wading through treacle. Now, John Paul Sigmarsson, joint leader of this competition, will find out just how much his long hours of effort in that marathon deadlift have cost him.
Competitor ready?
This fellow just doesn't know the meaning of surrender. He's giving this everything, but is it enough? He's using good technique, but perhaps the inexperience in pacing himself over the whole competition is showing here for the 23-year-old. Jeff Capes conserved his energies in the deadlift. John Paul gave it full throttle, and now he just can't find that extra gear. It's going to be a slow time, slower than Okonkwo, over 70 seconds, 73.3, and that will not please him. But he's still got enough energy left to form a wrestler's bridge. No submission yet from John Paul. And here comes another man who surely cannot have much left at the end of this very hard day. For well over 3 hours, Tom McGee battled it out in that deadlift, pushing the frontiers of lifting and demanding awesome power. And straight away, it's obvious that Tom is suffering. Usually one of the fastest athletes among the heavies, he's battling to keep going. He's only got something like, 5 yards to go, and he might just beat Sigmarsson's time. Over a minute, 69.9 seconds, and Tom looks spent. So, victory and 8 points for Jeff Capes. Wolfser, the ever-present, in second place with 7. 6 valuable points for Chris Okonkwo, a disaster for Sigmarsson with only 1. And on the overall scoreboard, Europe's strongest man, Simon Wolfser, earns himself a £1,000 prize from the sponsors for leading at the halfway stage. Tom McGee still hanging in there in second place. The lake at Groynes Park, a popular beauty spot near Christchurch, is the backdrop to the events of the second day, and all the competitors are feeling the pain. Jeff, how are you feeling this morning?
Well, I hope they're feeling as bad as what I am. That's the question you were asked. I'm pretty sore.
Well, the word is you didn't sleep all that well last night, is that right?
No, well, you know, I mean, let's face it. I mean, we expended a lot of energy yesterday, and I started getting a few cramps all over my body, and that doesn't allow you to sleep very well.
When you're lying there sleepless, do you run the events of the day before over and over in your mind, thinking where you went right, where you went wrong?
Sure, I know where I made a few mistakes, and, you know, like the bar bend, didn't make a mistake. I just didn't, you know, do what I was accustomed to do. And ifs and buts, if I put the logs down 2 foot further, I would have won the log race. I was fortunate to win the truck race in a respectable time. And the deadlift, I lifted nearly 300 pounds beyond my best ever. I mean, I had a great day yesterday, really, you know, all in all. And I'm just hoping that I can maintain that reasonable form today.
Simon Wolfser, who's really been in the wars, is looking anxious about the day ahead. The first event of day 2 is overhead rock lifting, using these huge and very cumbersome river boulders. The athletes will be starting at 84 kilograms, that's about 185 pounds, and going on up. The sky's the limit. After the deadlift yesterday, all I can say is I hope they've got enough big rocks wrapped around here. The problem presented by this event is not the weight of the rocks alone, it's their awkward shape, the sheer impossibility of getting a clean purchase. Chris Okonkwo, with his 103.5 kilogram boulder, shows just how much of a problem this is. 228 pounds of sheer frustration to hoist aloft. Good lift, good enough to get him joined 6th place. How does a methodical fellow like Tom McGee train for lifting these different shaped rocks?
I think that's more difficult for someone like myself because I like to be systematic and figure out how to train for something, and this event kind of throws that away. So you just have to be basically naturally strong and I don't know, an animal or something. So there's not much technical virtuoso here, I don't think.
3 people now eliminated, 5 left. How do you read the situation now?
No idea at all.
John Gamble reckons he's worked out a method, and he's got a chance to put it to the test now with the 121 kilogram boulder. That's over 268 pounds. He's going to go from knee to shoulder to head to lockout. Well, that's the idea. Let's see how it works out. Well, not for nothing is John a strength coach at a university. In an event like this, method is everything. But giant strength comes in handy too. And a good lift for John Gamble of the USA. And Nanook of the South decides to see what's going on here. Jeff Capes now attempts that same weight as John Gamble, 268 pounds. And it looks as if Jeff is employing an entirely different technique here, rolling it upwards. Oh, that looked dangerous. And Jeff